tomato juice.
Mama.
Eternally yours, part of CBS Premiere Week.
This just in.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
We're all ready for the new season of Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage, Thursday, October 8th, part of CBS Premiere Week.
Mostly dry throughout the morning on your Friday, but have the rain gear handy. We are tracking some scattered showers for the evening commute, so all those details are coming up next.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Kevin Hodge. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, members of the Marquette community come together for a special tribute to the Americans with Disabilities Act. Plus, Democrats say hospitals are feeling the cuts made last year as Medicaid reaches its 61-year anniversary. And President Trump is moving on from Todd Blanche as he seeks to select a new attorney general. We'll have the latest from Washington, D.C. Your 19 News at 11 starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 11.
Welcome in. A first look at your forecast. We prepare for the final day of July for tomorrow. I can't believe that the summer is just flying by, so make sure to take advantage of any time you get those dry and summer-like conditions, and it will be that for the most part for the morning. It's not going to be super warm. We will have upper 70s for those high temperatures, but we are tracking some scattered showers. Should hold off until your Friday evening and Friday night plan. So that's when the temperatures will go back down and it sets up for a cooler weekend. So make sure to stay tuned. Those full details are coming up.
Kelly, thank you very much. 2026 marks 36 years since the passing of the Americans with Disabilities Act, protecting the rights of people with disabilities in key areas of life. Today, the Superior Alliance for Independent Living held a community celebration about the anniversary. WZMQ's Andrew Hans has more.
It's a celebration of a persistent and ongoing effort.
It's 36 years down the road, and we've made some progress, but we have a lot of work to do yet.
The Americans with Disabilities Act of 1990 opened the doors for employment, necessary services, and public accommodations for all. With SAIL being the disability network for the entire Upper Peninsula, the ADA is highly credited for everyone it protects.
Anybody could acquire or live with a disability at any point in time. So if we make everything accessible at all times, then everybody can participate in life always.
Each July, SAIL holds a celebration of the anniversary, typically at a key place of inclusion and up-to-date accessibility. Attendees were treated to community information, lunch, and guest speakers about the impacts the ADA has brought to the region. Today's event took place outside of one of Marquette's newest accessible playgrounds, built solely on the premises of that inclusivity.
This playground really introduced that notion to this community because it's far beyond ADA. It is everyone is welcome. They are not only can access things, but they are welcome. The door is opened for them. For SAIL Treasurer Alan Beauchamp, one of today's guest speakers, his mark on UP athletes living with disabilities has grown for a decade, with his creation of the Sled Hockey UP Sled Cats in 2016.
We have done a lot, and SAIL has done a lot, so making a lot of individuals smile to be able to participate in a sport that they may never have gotten the chance to.
For SAIL, the next route is always to continue supporting and growing the ADA's impact on the Upper Peninsula.
We just feel very fortunate. We know we can get this work done because it takes a village to raise a child. It takes a community to make it accessible for all, and that is our goal.
In Marquette, Andrew Hans, WZMQ 19 News.
On Tuesday, Schoolcraft County voters will be asked to support continued funding for local conservation efforts. The Schoolcraft Conservation District is seeking a renewal of its existing millage, which was passed in 2018 and is set to expire in 2028. The renewed rate would be .2132 mils for a 10-year period. The Conservation District estimates that the renewal would raise just over $107,000 a year, about half of the district's annual revenue. If the millage proposal doesn't pass this August or November, it would appear on the ballot again in the next election cycle. If it fails altogether, current Conservation District staffing and programming could be cut significantly. You can read the full ballot proposal at WZMQ19.com. Today marks 61 years since Medicare and Medicaid became law, programs built to give seniors a safety net in retirement. But Democratic lawmakers and health policy leaders spent the anniversary saying that seniors are already feeling the strain of recent cuts to Medicaid and Social Security. Our Michigan Capitol correspondent Sophia Murphy breaks down the claims.
A press call marking the anniversary turned into a warning about what's ahead for seniors on fixed incomes. Democratic Congresswoman Debbie Dingell of Michigan says the human cost of recent Medicaid cuts is already showing up among families caring for aging loved ones.
A woman came in to me. Her husband was there as well, and she started sobbing. He was going to die soon, but she didn't know who was going to take care of her. She had taken care of him, but there was no money left, and she didn't know what was going to happen to her.
Public health officials are pointing out ways the pressure on Medicaid is also hitting the hospitals and nursing homes older patients rely on most.
We are already starting to see across the nation that hospitals are delaying their expansions, they are closing their labor and delivery care units because that is the least profitable part of the hospital and they can't afford to keep it open.
The Trump administration says the cuts target waste and fraud, but speakers disagreed, saying seniors' Social Security raises are already being outpaced by Medicare costs, with deeper cuts possible within the next few years.
We need an administration, and especially now this year, a Congress that is attentive to what retirees and workers need to live their daily lives.
Advocates say the anniversary is a reminder of what's at stake as that deadline and the next year's state budget decisions both loom. From Michigan's capital, Sophia Murphy, WZMQ 19 News.
President Trump is weighing options for his active attorney general after Republican resistance prevented Todd Blanche's nomination from moving forward. Jesse Mitchell has the latest tonight.
President Trump is mulling whether to withdraw or delay Todd Blanche's attorney general nomination until after a pair of Republican holdouts leave office in January, Senators John Cornyn of Texas and Tom Tillis of North Carolina.
My reaction is the president's getting bad advice.
The president, in a social media post, praised Blanche as a star while taking credit for ending Cornyn and Tillis's Capitol Hill careers. Tillis chose to retire. Cornyn lost a primary challenge. The sticking point is Trump's controversial settlement of an IRS lawsuit that would block investigations of his and his family's past tax returns and create a so-called anti-weaponization fund to compensate Trump supporters who believe the federal government unfairly targeted them. Blanche, who has served as Trump's personal criminal defense attorney, told lawmakers the fund is dead. But Cornyn and Tillis want additional assurances from the Justice Department.
They need to put that in writing so it's enforceable, and so far they have been unwilling to do that.
Opponents of the fund worry January 6th rioters would be eligible for damages, something Blanche did not rule out at a hearing in May.
Will you commit that no one who has been convicted of assaulting a police officer will receive a payout?
Anybody can apply.
Despite the standoff, Senate Judiciary Committee Chairman Chuck Grassley is determined to get Blanche confirmed.
We're going to work hard to get the differences worked out.
And if those differences aren't resolved, the president will have to wait out Cornyn and Tillis's terms.
Hey, 158 days, they can try it again, roll the dice.
Louisiana Republican Senator Bill Cassidy, also leaving office in January, has joined the calls for guarantees the anti-weaponization fund is done.
Kelly Rowland has your first warning weather forecast after the break. Plus, one Escanaba nonprofit is making it easier for families in need to get ready for the upcoming school year and celebrating 3 decades of connecting families to the great outdoors. Find out how Moosewood Nature Center marked the milestone earlier tonight. We'll be right back.
19 News is brought to you by Kirkish Furniture.
Andersen brand products are #1 in quality, and the Window Store is your local Andersen expert for installation and service of all Andersen windows and doors. From showroom to your home. Andersen Windows and Doors at the Window Store.
Friday. It's Simon Baker, y'all. Give it up. Plus, Micah Monroe and Tyreek Withers.
I'm fangirling right now. Some people wait a lifetime for a moment like this.
And Peloton's Robin Arzone. I love lifting heavy with a barbell. It's a Kelly Clarkson songs. Yes! I wish my music inspired me to work out doesn't have the same effect, you know, Robin? Next, Kelly.
The Kelly Clarkson Show, tomorrow at 5 on WZMQ CBS.
Automakers never stop thinking about your safety. When they discover a safety defect, they issue a safety recall and cover the cost of repairs. It doesn't matter how old your vehicle is or if you're not the original owner. All you need to do is bring it in. Do your part by checking for safety recalls at checktoprotect.org.
Mamma Mia, it's Sophia on MeTV. A woman with charisma, with wit like a fine-tuned machine.
My whole life is an open book. Your whole life is an open blouse.
See her on The Golden Girls.
Weeknights on MeTV 19.1. Sophia Murphy reports at 6 and 11 on WZMQ 19 News.
Andersen is the #1 trusted window and door brand. The Window Store is the Upper Peninsula's clear choice for windows and doors. Now that's a perfect fit. From showroom to your home, Andersen Windows and Doors at the Window Store.
Now, from the 19 News Forecast Center, this is WZMQ 19 First Warning Weather with meteorologist Kelly Rowland.
And welcome back. Going to be tracking some changes to officially close out the month of July and enter August. So make sure to soak up any day like today. I know we had 1/10 of an inch of rain, but those temperatures above average for the hottest time of the year does not happen consistently, as we'll see with our weekend forecast. So 86 for today, definitely not bad at all. It felt very summer-like, which was nice. But the rain is going to return to the area. We saw some scattered showers and storms mainly contained to the southern UP, but it's going to be a bit more widespread, but also scattered. So we'll be into that scattered range, especially for your Friday evening commute. And then your Friday night plans, make sure to either have that rain gear handy if you're going to be outside for a little bit, or if you are going to be outdoors for the majority of your Friday evening, you may just want to make sure that there is some flexibility with that, because there is a pretty good chance of that rain for about that 3 to 9 o'clock time frame for Friday. But then once we get to your Saturday, things dry out significantly, but also cool down significantly. So this other system that's on the way for tomorrow is going to shake up a lot of things. It's just going to change up the status quo that we have going on right now. So it'll be cloudy and a bit rainy, maybe even to start off for some of us for tomorrow. You won't need the rain gear, especially for the morning commute, though there is that chance of some scattered showers. The better chance is for your Friday night and Friday evening. That's also where we have some heavier downpours, maybe some isolated rumbles of thunder. So tomorrow is just going to be one of those days where you have to keep your eyes on the skies for quickly changing conditions, and the showers and storms are seeming to kind of pop up all over the place just because of that circulation. So just be aware that something also could form over the lake, and then you get a little rogue cell that kind of just splats on the land. So that might be what happens for tomorrow with those pop-up showers and storms. But because there was a lot of rotation involved with it, I did want to look at that severe storm risk, and especially to see if there was any tornado risk because of that rotation. But we are in a 0 out of 5 from the Storm Prediction Center, which points to that general non-severe. So if we do get those storms embedded, they should stay well behaved. And I say well behaved in the sense that they really shouldn't push to that severe thunderstorm criteria. Though they could get close, it just depends on if the wind, the hail, or that rotation aspect for a tornado once they get going. So I'll monitor that, but I don't really see that. It's just been so dry and really stable, especially for most of the day today, so it'll be a bit tougher to get that going. And I wanted to look at the fog outlook too, just because we have that advancing cloud cover. Not too much of an issue to start things off tomorrow morning. Maybe into the Munising area, some patchy fog, but we should be fine for the morning. It's more so the evening for your Friday night plans. Temperatures do dip down though to the upper 60s, lower 70s. We'll get some sunshine back. It'll look nicer than it feels, but then Monday we rebound very nicely. Lots of sunshine, upper 70s. We're back to the lower 80s. Yes, we dip down again though for the second half of the first week of August.
Kelly, thank you again. In this week's Medical Minute, in partnership with OSF Healthcare, we're talking about what to watch out for when it comes to heart attacks and how it's different between men and women. Take a listen. Dr. Hudson, thank you so much for joining us. We're talking more heart health today. Let's start with this. How are heart attack symptoms different between men and women?
Thanks so much for having me. You know, there's definitely a difference between men and women in terms of heart attack symptoms. Men tend to have more typical symptoms of that crushing chest pain, shortness of breath, excessive sweating, left arm pain. And women will tend to have a little bit different symptoms, sometimes more in the way of back pain, more nausea, headache, things of that nature. And so it is important to watch for things that come on acutely and are unrelenting and causing you to feel very poor. And I think that's the time to seek emergency medical care.
Gotcha. And are there any symptoms that most people maybe ignore and that we should be paying more attention to?
Yeah, I think one thing that we've really seen is when people have the sensation they're having esophageal spasm or heartburn type symptoms. You can do a chat GPT and all of a sudden it says it's fine, just take a Tums or something like that. But if that's occurring, especially when you exert yourself or it's unrelenting and causing you to be also short of breath, that could be a sign of a heart attack.
And you kind of touched on this a little bit already, but when should you call a primary care physician or maybe seek emergency care for concerning symptoms?
So I think an important thing that we think of is whether something's happening acutely or whether it's happening chronically. If over 2 to 3 months you're having more shortness of breath, some swelling in the legs, that's something to talk to your primary care provider about. But if you all of a sudden it's 4 p.m. on a certain day and now you develop this chest pain, you're excessively sweating, and you're really not feeling up to par, that's the time to be seen in the emergency room. And really, time is muscle when it comes to the heart. So if we can get in quickly, either give you medicines that help the heart or put a stent in to help things out, then we can really save lives.
All right, doctor, that's all I have for you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Absolutely. Thank you for the time.
An Escanaba nonprofit is helping families in need get ready to head back to school. This Sunday from 3 to 5 p.m., Mission of Hope Delta County will host its 8th annual distribution event at the UP State Fairgrounds. At no cost, families can receive brand new school supplies, backpacks, hygiene products, diapers, shoes, and community resources. All the items that will be available have been purchased and donated by local churches, businesses, and community members.
It's really small town community at its peak, and it has just been a wonderful thing to be a part of. We don't ask for addresses, people's financial backgrounds. If you have a need, just come. We just want you to know that there is hope waiting for you.
Last year, Mission of Hope provided free school supplies to more than 650 children and their families. Moosewood Nature Center marked a major milestone this evening at Presque Isle Park. The nonprofit Nature Center celebrated its 30th anniversary with an evening of live animal exhibits, face painting, food trucks, and a recycling truck kids could climb inside. Smokey the Bear made an appearance. Families got up close with turtles, snakes, and frogs, with the evening wrapping up with a cake cutting and concert at the newly named Peg Urbanin Bandshell. Board President Joe Klein says getting young people connected to nature is at the heart of everything Moosewood does.
It means a great deal, particularly to have young people here. They are the future of our society, and their affinity to nature is extremely important to cultivate.
Tonight marked 30 years of connecting kids and communities to the natural world and counting. There's no crying about this news. Women once again have a league of their own. The Women's Pro Baseball League's inaugural season starts this Saturday. There are 4 teams: New York Heights, San Francisco Firebells, Los Angeles Queens, and Boston Hunters. The All-American Girls Professional Baseball League, made famous by the movie A League of Their Own, shut down more than 70 years ago, and there's been attempts ever since to give women ball players a chance to shine. League and co-founder and commissioner Justine Siegel and the first overall draft pick Kelsey Whitmore say they've built it, and now they hope people will come.
Right? These are elite athletes, and they're hitting the ball hard and they're throwing fast, and just create that kind of energy that we know that our players have a lot of passion, and I know our fans are gonna feel it.
You know, being able to look to my right and to my left and be able to see myself in them is a dream come true, and to be able to be ourselves out there.
All the games this season will be played in Springfield, Illinois, and are available to stream online. Mike Ludlam has your full look at sports when we come back. A former Negaunee runner is making big strides on the national stage, improving her time and climbing the ranks in a major competition. We're back in 2 minutes.
Live outside Marquette County? Recycle 906 is worth the drive. We accept cans, cardboard, plastics, and more. Bring it in. Keep the Upper Peninsula clean. See what we accept at recycle906.com.
Closed captioning sponsored by Range Bank of Upper Michigan. Here's your WZMQ CBS This is Home Community Calendar.
When you need a body shop, skip the corporate shops and outside investors. Go with your hometown body shop, Superior Collision. Our family opened Superior Collision in 2002, and we're still the ones who own and operate it today. Some places talk about community. We actually stand with our community, donating monthly back into Marquette County. When you need collision repair, choose Superior Collision, your local hometown body shop.
Sundays on MeTV.
On Sunday.
Like on TV?
It's Aaron Spelling Sundays.
On Sunday.
Featuring 4 memorable shows from the legendary Hollywood producer.
That's Sunday on television.
It's Charlie's Angels.
The Bosley people.
Hello.
Heart to Heart.
We can have a heart-to-heart talk.
Fantasy Island.
That's one fantasy I've never considered.
And The Love Boat.
Like on a boat? Yes, like on a boat.
Aaron Spelling Sundays.
Sundays on MeTV 19.1.
Pure Outdoor is the first program dedicated to increasingly popular outdoor and eco sports. Pure Outdoor.
Good evening, everyone. Negaunee had a first-round bye yesterday in the Central Region 13 and 14-year-old junior baseball tournament in Midland, Michigan. Negaunee went to the Tigers game. Didn't go well at the end. Meanwhile, Wabash, Indiana defeated Des Moines, Iowa 14-3 yesterday. So it was Negaunee and Wabash meeting in the first game of the day this morning. Negaunee is wearing the light blue uniforms. Wabash is in orange. Bottom of the first for Negaunee, Thomas Dix drills one to short. Seems to be misplayed. Everybody's safe, and that loads the bases. And that would bring up Johnny Junti, and he would draw a walk. Gavin Hermes jogs home, and Negaunee has a 1-0 lead. A couple batters later, it is Max Cody in the batter's box, and base is still loaded. And Cody's going to line this one. It gets past the third baseman. Gabe Kangas crosses the plate, and Team Michigan is up by a pair. Moments later, Evan Cardinal. That's ball 4. Thomas Dix trots home, and Negaunee is up by 3. And Eli Davatilla fly ball to left field. Left fielder unable to make the play. Johnny Junti and Max Cody ran home, and Negaunee has a 5-0 advantage on the 2-run. Well, I don't know if it was a hit or an error, but can't tell from that distance. Then Louis Dix, a line drive over the shortstop's head. That's good for a base hit. Here comes Evan Cardinal crossing, and it's 6-0 Negaunee. Tanner Thompson walks. Then Wabash brings in a left-handed pitcher to face Ben Ponanen. He doesn't care. That's ball 4, 7-0 Negaunee. Davatilla scores. Now, Negaunee's bats were pretty quiet the rest of the way, but Negaunee stays in the winner's bracket with an 8-6 win over Wabash.
Watching their pitcher and warm-ups, and then that was our plan. And we'll go in and work our plate appearances, work our at-bats, and once you find something you like, drive it. And the boys did just that, so executed it very well.
I don't know. I was just trying to throw strikes there and just get them out. Our defense is really good, so even if he hit the ball, probably would have made a good play anyways.
Get nervous at all at the end?
A little bit.
At least you're honest.
Yeah.
Because a lot of guys will say, "Oh yeah, we had it all the way," right?
Yeah.
Negaunee faces Tri-Cities, Nebraska tomorrow at 2:30. Tri-Cities represents Kearney, Grand Island, and Hastings. Former Negaunee and Central Michigan University runner Emily Papour finished 13th in the 3,000-meter steeplechase at the U.S. Track and Field Championships in New York City on Saturday. Her time of 9 minutes, 52.93 seconds was nearly 8 seconds better than last year, and she moved up from 18th place to 13th place. Emily is sponsored by Bandit Running. Emily is currently running professionally with Minnesota Distance Elite out of the Twin Cities. The annual Upper Peninsula Sports Hall of Fame golf four-person scramble at Wawano Country Club brought sunny skies on Sunday and some pretty good golf. Gordy Stone on the par 3 fourth hole, not exactly in focus on the tee shot. I did much better when the ball landed, almost in the cup, less than 3 feet by my measurements, and no problem on the tap in, and needless to say, that would get the closest to the pin for the day. 2023 Upper Peninsula Ladies Golf Association champion Sue Micklow gets her team in order with a very good tee shot on the first hole. Recent UP Sports Hall of Famer Dave St. Onge rolls home this birdie putt from at least 20 feet. The Sports Hall of Fame's executive director was pleased by those who donated to the cause.
We learned that our area has got the most generous sponsors. We made more money in sponsorships than we ever have, whole sponsors. The businesses and individuals were so generous. All of the money that we raise through everything that we do here today goes into our scholarship fund. We give out 4 $1,000 scholarships each year to 2 girls and 2 boys from UP high schools.
Officials say the money raised was the best in several years. Plans are underway for next year's scramble, which could be held later in the year. Former Michigan State University golfer James Piot won the 34th Michigan Tournament of Champions yesterday at the Alpine course at Boyne Mountain. Piot had a score of 14 under par 202. His final round was 7 under 65, good for a paycheck of $10,500. He won by 1 shot. The top golfer with UP ties was Jay Jurasik of Crystal Falls. He finished 8th, 10 under par 206. He won this event last year. Manistee's White Nation was in a 4-way tie for 9th at 9 under 207, a final round of 71. And we are looking for more putting, and I guess we're going to the next story, and that would be the Rocket Classic at Detroit. This is first round action, and you're only going to see one guy, and he's going to keep making lots of putts. That's Peter Malnati, and he would par the third hole, or get a birdie on the par 3 9th hole. He is from the University of Missouri and Newcastle, Indiana, and believe it or not, he is in real good shape right now. He's in first place with a 9 under 61. Ricky Fowler and Ryan Gerard each have 7 under 63s. This is the last time that this event is supposed to be held in the Detroit area. The Detroit Lions training camp has completed day 2 in Allen Park. Head coach Dan Campbell had trouble answering one question from a reporter today, and that question was, what has to happen in the next few weeks to make you comfortable going into week 1? Naturally, Campbell said everything.
Well, I think everything, just I think you want to feel like, it's a good question. All right. Probably I want to know that we can run the football. I want to know we can stop the run. And I want to know that we're ready for situational football. Probably those 3 things. If you want me to feel comfortable, the other stuff will come. Man, we're a little off on red zone, 3rd down. Those are always a work in progress, game plan specific. But, man, you better be able to run the football, stop the run. In situational football, end of half, end of game, that you feel comfortable and that you can function at a high level. So which is
the Lions preseason schedule starts Thursday, August 13th at Cincinnati, and we will be right back.
Update your home with new GE appliances from Kirkish Furniture and Houghton. GE appliances are built to last, have print-resistant finishes, and offer high performance with energy efficiency. Kirkish has a large selection for both kitchen and laundry, free delivery, and 0% financing.
Save big money with Menards Spotlight Savings before the sun sets on these amazing deals. Prices are value after rebate. Natural Landscape Rock is only $2.49 per bag. A 25-pound bag of Signature Blend Bird Food, just $17.79. Pick up a 24-pack of fine tip markers, only $2.99. A jar of Fisher roasted peanuts, just $2.39. Sign up for Menards emails to get the weekly flyer plus exclusive daily flash sales right to your inbox.
Save big money at Menards.
Watch the Medical Minute, Thursdays at 6 and 11, only on 19 News. Brought to you by OSF Healthcare. The UP loves to be outdoors, running, fishing, hiking, biking. If it's happening outside, you want to be a part of it. And this little baby is what you need to be ready. It's local and 100% free, 24/7. WZMQ 19's news app can show you the best times to be out, what to wear, how to stay safe, whether to bring along the kids. It's your problem-solving power tool, the WZMQ 19 app, now playing on a phone near you. Tonight's sports is brought to you by the Window Store.
Andersen brand products are #1 in quality, and the Window Store is your local Andersen expert for installation and service of all Andersen windows and doors. From showroom to your home, Andersen Windows and Doors at the Window Store. Andersen is the #1 trusted window and door brand. The Window Store is the Upper Peninsula's clear choice for windows and doors. Now that's a perfect fit. From showroom to your home, Andersen Windows and Doors at the Window Store.
And a final check of your forecast as we are entering the last day of July. We blink and summer is flying by, but don't worry, we still have plenty of summertime left. It may not feel like it that much for the weekend because we do have some showers and storms that are going to shake things up a bit. So upper 70s for the highs for tomorrow, but they should quickly decrease once we get that rain system for the evening. Scattered showers and storms more so for the evening. A few of those showers could pop up for some southern UP places for the morning, but you shouldn't need that rain gear for the morning commute. Definitely have it with you for your evening commute and also any evening plans. We do have scattered to probable shower chances around that time frame of about 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. and then it tapers off, though. We are going to be very dry for especially Sunday, but then we'll gradually see things dry out for your Saturday. We're not really looking at that severe thunderstorm risk. I'll keep a close eye on it, but it's really just going to be those general rain showers. Again, cooler for the weekend, but at least it's a dry start to August.
Kelly, thank you again. Mike, some baseball history tonight.
Yes, we have baseball history. This one's really unusual. Kansas City had a 3-0 lead on the Minnesota Twins going into the bottom of the 9th inning. And as you see the pitchers there, the batter for Minnesota is Cody Clements. He used to play for the Tigers. And he's going to take an 0-2 pitch with 2 outs over the fence for what is called an ultimate grand slam. He is the 35th player in Major League history to do that. And he now has something in common with Babe Ruth. You can come back to me. Not only does he have an ultimate grand slam, he also, along with Babe Ruth, has a game with 3 home runs, and the only one, Clemens and Babe Ruth, with a strikeout on the pitching mound.
Very cool, Mike.
That's it. Cody Clements is a historic figure now.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Mike. Thank you all for watching. We'll catch you back here tomorrow.
19 News is brought to you by Kirkish Furniture.
We started back in 1913. Grandfather would go from door to door on a cart selling dry goods. It's great seeing people actually coming in saying, you know, my grandfather waited on you. We offer a wide selection of La-Z-Boy recliners, Smith Brothers Amish furniture. We also offer a wide selection of appliances, all with